Well, we're used to the sledgehammer and Matthew Lloyd taking charge at the Plasma. Things look a little different tonight. Jimmy, you've got a special guest.
Yes, Lloydie's on bin night, so we've brought in the Hawthorn coach here. Fantastic opportunity here to pick your brain, Sam. Bit of Monday review sort of stuff. Forward 50 stoppages tend to pull coaches' hair out and getting scored against. So we've got one of the first goals here. We're going to walk through it. We've got Joe Richards highlighted up here as we pause the vision. If you go through your Hawks boys, what would you rather see in this situation here?
Well, I think the players who are watching this, we haven't had our review yet, and they're going to be like, oh, great, this is exactly what we're going to be covering. So we talk sometimes about goalkeepers, and one goalkeeper. Soccer teams have one goalkeeper, but we have 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, maybe 5. So all of those guys are not doing anything. So can they be a bit more defensive and press the ground a little bit more to try and stop goals? This has been a problem for us, which Jimmy's picked out, which is not ideal for me.
So I've got you another example just to show the boys again on Monday. So tomorrow, we've got Willem Drew at the back here. You mentioned the goalkeeping, but can you touch on a bit of this, how opposition can pull your forward structure apart, even though you're in the defensive 50? Yeah,
so we really struggled to get it out of our defence, and you can see we're loaded up behind the ball here, which makes it really hard for guys like Marbior. He's competing against one, but he's also, when he looks up, he's got 1, 2, 3, probably 4, and even 5 Port Adelaide players right in front of him. So any kick that comes out, he's going to be really difficult to be able to hold it outside, and that's what we really had trouble in this game.
Just before, or as that rolls on, so you'd prefer the communication from the last one at the back, as we see, just pause it here. We've got Ward, who just gets stuck under the footy. What would you prefer here from your Hawks boys? Because you've got pretty good matchups here, arm across.
Well, I think, Jimmy, I've just had 2, and we've had trouble with this for most of the year, and I'm sick of coaching you. Maybe you can help me.
All right. So
what do you think we should be doing?
Well, I think this match-up here has caused you a little bit of a problem. Ward just gets drawn under the footy. Probably in future he needs to probably just come back as the ruckman come towards him, but that's no massive error. But with the ball being so close, this has to be some physical contact here, because you look, Burgoyne, free run, you never make up that distance, and it turns into a pretty easy goal. We've got here one of the opening plays in the game, a bit of communication here. How in the first, we got 40 seconds, we're finding Joe Richards with a lot of space inside forward 50.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of failures. This was the very first play of the game, basically. Went to our end and went straight down, almost uncontested. And you can see a little bit of lack of communication. So these guys are obviously very tight in their one-on-one matchups, but very much looking after their own backyard and haven't opened their eyes and figured out where else they might be able to help, because this breakdown, it could have been fixed by any one of the guys from here. So it probably showed why it was 3 goals to... We basically hadn't had a possession by the time they put 3 on the board, and this was their first.
And is this the sort of stuff you're trying to address at quarter time? We see another one here. This matchup's probably fine. We see James Sicily probably directing Tom Barras to roll up. Again, you wanted one goalkeeper, but is this been structured up well for you guys, or just sometimes the opposition's too good?
Well, I mean, this is a pretty classy finish, isn't it? But ideally, you would love to get more pressure on the ball. I think if you had every coach up here and they could ask for one thing, it'd be pressure. And so if you look at the common theme out of all of these, there's just not enough pressure on the ball carrier. And if you give classy players, Palpepa, you give Willie Rioli time with the ball, they're going to make good decisions and make you pay.
Easter Monday, the traditional classic between Geelong and Hawthorn. This man here, Patrick Dangerfield, might be a good player when he grows up. We often talk about team defence versus the one-on-one hard matchup. So how do you plan for a guy like this when everyone likes to play team defence?
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing with players like Danger is you have to treat them a little bit differently to everyone else. You know, you might have your team structure, but you know whoever's on Dangerfield, that matchup might override some other things. I know we talked off air a little bit about Cameron Ling and how he was just so diligent in his role and everyone else understood it. And I think, unfortunately, with the Cats, it's not just Danger. It was him on this occasion. But, you know, if you leave Jeremy Cameron with too much space, or Brian Myers, or close, then you're going to be in some trouble as well.
Well, it looks like you've got the morning off tomorrow. You've already done the team review. Sam, how good is that, having the coach of the Hawks with us?
Unbelievable insight. Thank you so much, Sam. The review before the reviewer.